Okay, welcome back to TMX Brick Notes. This is Martin back with you again. And today I've got something very unique for you in my tips section. This is a spreadsheet that I put together of all the stores on BrickLink in the United States. And so let's go take a look. All right, for this section, I'm going to put my glasses on. All right, so now you're looking at the same thing that I'm looking at. This is a spreadsheet that I put together, and I did this the week after Thanksgiving. I wanted to know if a BrickLink store has a lot of items, does that mean it's going to sell a lot of bricks or a lot of items? And so I went through every single store in the United States, or actually, to put it better, I went through state by state and said, okay, how many of these stores in, for instance, California have at least 25,000 items in their store? And then out of all the stores that have at least 25,000, how many of them are getting feedback every week? Because really the only way I could tell if a store was making sales was if they were getting feedback in return. Okay, so for instance, on 11/29, we've got California. I saw that they had 320 stores. 30 of those stores had 25,000 or more items. 21 of the 320 had 50,000 or more items in the store for sale. And 12 had 100,000 or more. 6 had 250 or more. 2 had 500,000 items or more. They didn't have any stores with over 1 million. As you go down the list here, you can see that there are a few stores throughout the U.S. that have over 1 million. This goes down a little further. We got all 50 states on there. But it was really fun to see, hey, California has by far the most stores. Texas, New York, Ohio, Florida, Washington, and Illinois, all with 100 or more stores. And then as you go further down the list, you got Pennsylvania, Michigan, Virginia, New Jersey, Oregon, and Minnesota. And the thing I want to point out about Minnesota that I believe was unique here is they have a lot of big stores. So they have 11 stores with 100,000 or more items. Minnesota has only one Lego store. That's in the Mall of America. And that's a huge store. If you've ever been to the Mall of America, it is huge. And their Lego store is huge. They have 32, if I'm remembering right, 32 columns on the pick-a-brick wall. So if you can imagine that, most stores have anywhere between maybe 10 and 16. Mall of America Minnesota store has 32. So tons of bricks to choose from. The store is huge. It's the one that has, maybe you should go online and look at some pictures. They have some very awesome, very big models on display. So maybe that is why there are so many stores that have 100,000 plus. Second most in the U.S. As we go down the list here, we can see that New Mexico has a store, one store with over 250,000, and there's one in Idaho, there's one in Kentucky, although Idaho, I'll show you in a second, it's not really Idaho. 4 in Minnesota, 5 in Florida, 6 in California. So if you're 250 plus, that's something where I want to be someday. I'm not there, I'm far from that right now. But if you get to that point, that's a big store. So if you're 250 plus, I'm going to go through some more numbers, and you'll see that those people are moving bricks, they are making sales. 500,000, man, I think you got to be having some help when you get to that point. That's a lot of inventory. And then 1 million, there's just no chance that's a one-person job. Okay, this second spreadsheet is a little more unique. We are looking at store by store. Plastic Bricks Direct, for instance, has the most items for sale. And again, this is all from a specific date and time, the week after Thanksgiving. So this is not current, and I'm not going to go back and update these numbers. This was just a one-time check and look and see where everybody's at. But Plastic Bricks Direct, Toyberg, Missing Bricks, House of Logos, and Toy Brick Brigade, those are your top 5 as far as items for sale. I put in their member ID. I put in their total lifetime feedback. Here is their feedback for the week. 136 feedback for the week. Holy cow. For the month, 546. You can see Toy Brick Brigade, 488. And then for the year, wow, 5,918. That's a lot of transactions going on. Okay, and then this column right here is buying feedback lifetime. So Plastic Bricks Direct, 183 lifetime, 24,552 feedback. This is a positive or a net value actually. So if they have any negatives, they'd be subtracted and then equal this number. But this is a lifetime number. So you can see Toyberg has over 1,000 times that they've purchased from somebody. Ooh, shaking a little bit. 8,000 sales. Some people on here do a lot of buying along with selling. Some people like Queen Creek Bricks, only 16 purchases. It shows when they're a member since, how many days they've been on the site. So I don't know why that has a D in it. These are all just calculated formulas. As you can see, we have 10 stores with 1 million items for sale. So these are monster stores. And they're spread out from Washington, Kentucky, Ohio, Minnesota, Idaho, Arizona, Ohio, Georgia, Missouri, and Florida. And then there's a whole bunch more stores with over 500,000. The number one store on here is Plastic Bricks Direct. And the funny thing about that, according to their website, they are liquidating. They will be closing down. So soon, according to what their BrickLink site says, they will no longer have a BrickLink store. So that means either Toyberg or someone else is going to be taking over that top spot. As we go down the list, you can see on this top page here, everyone has at least 300,000 for sale. So these are all huge stores. As I look at them, House of Logos, I've purchased from them. I've also sold to them. Big store in Minnesota. Dad's 8 Fall Supplies. I think I bought something from them once. Buddy's Bricks. I actually met Mark Bauer. Really nice guy. Great store. Brickathon. Good store. I purchased from them. Johnny's Bricks. I highlighted this because if you look at Johnny's Bricks, only 1 feedback for the week. Only 8 for the month. So this is kind of that oddball. He has, or his store has a lot of items for sale, and it doesn't look like a lot is going on. So not sure why or what the reason is for that. But for everybody else, you can see if they have a lot of items, they have a lot going on. A lot of feedback for the month. All of these people, just a lot going on. Sir Troy's Toy Kingdom, only 15. Now again, this was right after Thanksgiving, so maybe some of these stores closed down for a little bit. No idea. We go down the list a little bit further, and a lot of you know this guy on the bottom there, Bricks on the Dollar. So he is right on the edge there of being a very big store also. Makes a lot of great videos. If you haven't seen him, check it out. All right, so I wanted to go through. Here's Idaho. The number one store in Idaho is Toy Brick Brigade. And the funny thing about them is they ship everything from Texas. So it's my theory that they're not actually in Idaho. They just have their business set up in Idaho. And that way their sales tax is probably a lot less. I'm guessing they sell a lot of stuff to Texas people. I'm also guessing not a lot of people in Idaho buying bricks. And so with a store that big, and you can see 82 feedback just in 1 week, that's what I'm guessing. Everything is shipping from Texas. So speaking of Texas, here's a look at Texas. That's where I'm at right now. You can see Mr. Bear's Bricks, over 40,000. Feedback's only 2, so not a lot going on there. I've been selling for just a few months at this level. 2-3 months ago, I was around 20,000 items for sale, and it's already made a big difference. December was a much better month for me than any other month I've had in the past. All right, so we got a quick look at the spreadsheet that I put together. I didn't get a chance to go through state by state, So if you're in one of those states and you've got a store or you're just curious, let me know. I can make another video to show what's going on. If you saw something that you don't think was right, let me know also, and we can see if it's been updated. We can see if something has changed. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you next time.